Some recommended cleaning products here for use YouTube. F10 solution. Need a couple of drops per bottle. Fill the rest up with water. This will last approximately about 1,000 bottles worth of disinfectant. Snakes often carry mites. Mite spray, you normally get it for about £20 a bottle. Excellent stuff, does work. And just a normal bottle of warm water for spraying the cage down. At a minute I have the snake in your little box. We'll get him out later. I'm going to show you and tell you a bit about husbandry of the snake cage. So I'm going to go and take my bottle, and I'm going to show you the snake enclosure that I have for my boa constrictor. It's in here. This is the basics of my enclosure. It's a 4 foot by 1.5 foot deep by 2 foot high. Boa constrictors are from the rainforest in Amazon, South America. They need humidity. Any breeder that tell you that you don't need humidity, bullshitting. They need humidity. They live in South America where it's swampy land a lot. And see his bark, it's quite wet. I use Repti bark, cross between wood chip, beech chips. I think the contrast works well. I just have a basic hide, snake underneath there, sorted. Leaves, a bit of decorations, a bit of logs, and a massive water bowl. I like to use big water bowls because reptiles like to bath quite a lot. It's just in their nature. I can see the water there, where you can see. This is all just from humidity within the cage, which I like to keep nice and high. I read an article that the humidity in boa constrictor's cage should be about 80% humidity. 100% is water, like a bath. 99% is like absolutely chucking down rain, so they need about 80%, and you need to provide that for them as part of their husbandry. Clean bedding at all times, fresh water daily is an essential, and obviously just providing food when it needs feeding. So I'm just going to spray this cage down now, and show you just kind of how damp the cage should be. Chuck that in there. Start up over here. This is just plain water, nothing else. And it can take a while, I ain't gonna lie. And there's his hide done. Hide just nicely goes there, nice little corner. So, see the dampness of that compared to the dry bit over there. You should be able to do this every 3-4 days. It's not a daily essential. It takes 5 minutes to do. As I said before, fresh water daily is an essential. If you don't, I just think you're lazy, to be honest. as I said, this does take quite a while. My male is about a year and 3 months old, and he is quite a big male for a year and 3 months old. You'll see when he comes into this closure, he just loves it. But we'll get him out after I've just finished this. Heating for cages. I like to keep it at roughly about 91 to 93. As you can see, if I can just go around here, got my thermostat light on, and it's on about 92 to 93. I don't know what that is. OC, I believe that is. No, that's Fahrenheit. I have an under heat panel underneath the actual cage. You can't see, it's quite dark, but there is one under there, I do assure you. Just get his leaves. As I said, leaves are not really essential, but it does make the cage look a little bit nicer, a bit more appealing. I think in some respect it makes the cage look nicer, it makes the animal feel a little bit more at home. Personal opinion. I did have some logs in his cage, but he snapped them at about a year old. Prey size for the animal. I like to stick to 1.5 times the size of the animal's head, which is normally about the size of the animal's stomach, on average. That's what I'll kind of go by for boa constrictors, as they are quite girthy animals and they are really healthy bodied, which is another reason why I love them. Right, that should be done. Shut that up, keep the humidity in. But yeah, that's my cage. 4 foot long, it's quite big. Just show the snake. At the minute I've got him in this little blue tub. Still put the light on. Yeah, it's in this little blue tub. I don't know why I bought blue. I believe it's because it was the last one actually in store. But yeah, we'll get him out. Zoom in. He's so friendly. He's unreal. You see all the head patterning. And there's the stripe on his tail, which is common for all hypos. Bad eye stripe. But yeah, as you can see, he wouldn't bite no one. It's a gorgeous animal. He lengthwise, he probably is about, I'd say is good, maybe 4.5, 5 foot, easy. I wouldn't push too much after that, but let's see if I can get him stretched out here. Oh, yeah, he's just exploring. He's at all not headshot at all. Just focusing on his head. He's got some orange in his side of his face, which I kind of really like about him, and his tail also. Round about, I'll do it the other side. Yeah, on his tail here. He's going to a shed in the next couple of weeks, or I'll say about a week now. This should all been bright orange, and he looks lovely. You can see, this is him. Press my hand. That's on the floor now. Go Girth wise, is not very girthy. I did feed him loads first, but he seemed to put on a lot of fat tissue. I'll see if I can show you actually. In his tail. I don't know if this is actually fat tissue. This is just almost like a little suggestion of what I believe it is. I have taken him to the vets, and it isn't like a cyst or anything. But the way you can check is if you put your hands down the side and go down, you should be able to feel like little bumps. They're probably half the size of maybe a grape. Bump going all the way down. Obviously, depending on the size of the actual animal itself, will depend on how big they are. You see, there's a bump there, I believe. Yeah, girth wise, he has got quite a bit of girth. Yeah, there's been a lot of fat in this, but I've kind of put him on a diet. I ain't feeding him for about 3 weeks. Just purely because I don't have to. But he's just so gentle. I've had him since he was about 12 inches, and he's never ever bit me. He struck at me once, but that was a feeding response. But apart from that, he's never ever bit me. Oh, he's got up sleeve here now. Better. Yeah, his head's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Oh, phone just vibrated. Yeah, I should be breeding him in the next couple of years to a female albino arabesque boa. Get her up to a nice size and breed her, and get some het sunglow arabesques, raise them babies up and get the visuals. I am quite new to YouTube, so if anyone don't think I understand what I'm talking about, I do. I've worked in a reptile shop for a year and a half, breeding mainly boas, because that's what I chose really to do with my boss. And I've been to college at an animal care college in the UK, which is a great college. I still go there now. They've got big snakes. They've got a 12-foot yellow anaconda. Bit temperamental. I'm probably one of the only ones that actually work with her, because I'm not scared. But I know a lot about snakes, and most of the time I just research snakes because I find them so fascinating. I'm going to go and put him back in his cage, and I'll show you what I mean when I say you put them back in the enclosure and they just love it. I have put them around my neck before. They are constrictors and they do get very powerful. I say you can do it when they're babies, but know your limit pretty much. See, he's just sort of being a little bit of a twat, not going in. He's gripped around my arm there pretty tight, and he's still being a bit of a twat. Right, just rest him down slowly, and they should just crawl away. I actually can't get my hand out with one hand. I'll loosen up now. Look at that. Yeah, just a very tame male boa constrictor, a year and 3 months old, and going into a shed. And this will be the end of the video. See ya.